rapping, smoking. That's what we doing. Real hip hop shit. Wrote this morning, man. Check this out. Hey yo, high impact. Bullets coming high velocity. Criminal minded, yes, that's my philosophy. I'ma make a profit off the flip. That's my prophecy. I could tell the future, watch out. Just let the prophet see. Yo, what's poppin'? You're now tuned in to the Hip Hop Advocates.
Yeah.
You heard? Fredro Starr, Takeover.
Yeah. Let's go.
Get this shit rocking.
Let's get live, baby.
Back the fuck up.
Back the fuck up.
Fredro, man, it's a pleasure. It's an honor having you here, bro.
We appreciate you coming, man.
Yeah, man. You know, as huge hip hop fans, you know, this is the type of stuff that we love to bring to our audiences. That real authentic shit.
Yeah.
None of that, you know,
that is definitely authentic.
Yeah.
We've been doing this shit for a long time, man.
Nah, man, y'all legends.
Over
Y'all
30
legends.
years, man.
You've been around it all. Around everybody.
Been around the block a couple of times, bruh.
One thing I always say, like, there's two groups from Queens that get least mentioned, but y'all got so many fucking accolades. It's Onyx and Lost Boys.
Okay.
Two big groups that, you know, had a crazy run.
True indeed.
Still doing it, you know, and doing our homework. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker's still dropping heat.
Yo.
And, you know,
I went to school with the Lost Boys, man.
yeah.
Yeah, we went to high school. We all went to John Adams, man.
Dope.
Rest in peace to Freaky Ty.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. We was in there wilding out, cutting class, hanging out at the Chinese restaurant. Not giving a fuck, you know what I'm saying? That's that real shit for real.
That's ill, man.
And you stay busy. You know, you got the new album out. You got the new book out. You're on your grind, my man.
Staying on my grind, bro. You know, we've been on the grind since 1990, since '86. We've been on the grind, man. Just every day, either we was cutting hair, or we was just going to clubs in Manhattan. We was club kids, you know. We was just going out every day. We was in the club. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was a job, nigga. Like, you know what I mean? But we wasn't getting paid. But that was giving us, that's how we got in the industry. Networking, just being around the rappers. You know, you in the club with the rappers, they right over there, you right over here and shit. They saying what's up to you, saying what's up to them. You know, you don't even have a record out. But now, you know, you feel like you part of hip-hop because hip-hop is in the clubs. We was there. We took them long train rides, man. Them long train rides home, coming from the clubs like 4 in the morning, coming back to Queens. Nasty work, nasty. But we, you know, it was worth it.
It's the shit. It's the work you got to put in, right?
Yeah.
That everybody got to put in.
We didn't have no Instagram. We couldn't just follow motherfuckers. We had to really be there.
Show up.
You gotta be there, and you there. You know what I'm saying? You vibing. You hearing what's going on in the club. You hearing what the DJ's playing. So that automatically. Hold up, what's this? It's my nigga Ricky Bats calling, man. Bats and shit. But yeah, man. Yo, call Bats. Text Bats. Let him know I'm doing an interview.
I heard the story of you, how you guys met Jam Master Jay. Y'all was in traffic, and y'all was right
coming from Jones Beach.
Yeah, man. That was. It's in the book. You know what I mean? You know, Jam Master Jay. You know, he was like the architect, the godfather of hip hop, really. Like, you know, when you look at Run DMC, what he did for those dudes, because Run DMC, they was rocking before they had Jam Master Jay down with them. They had a different DJ.
He took him to the next level.
He took it with the whole dress code. You know what I mean? He made them more street. He made them. He just brought the real out of them. You know what I'm saying? He showed them how to get fly. Cause I seen pictures before Run DMC met Jay. Them niggas had plaid jackets on. You know what I mean? Them niggas was
khaki
looking.
pants.
Them niggas was looking. You know what I mean? Like, they ain't have it together yet. You know what I'm saying? When Jay came, that's when the black leather coats came out. Niggas got the bucket hats, the Kangos, the shoelaces. No shoelaces and Adidas. Jay put that together, man.
The greatest
and that
DJ.
raised hip hop to where people want to wear Adidas, to where Kanye West got a deal. Now he ain't got a deal, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, Jay started that
He was
wave,
a pioneer.
man.
He was a pioneer. He was definitely a pioneer. Greatest DJ in the USA.
Greatest DJ in the USA.
And that's not even lightly, that's he was an amazing fucking DJ.
He was good.
An amazing fucking he coordinated, putting music together. He found right? He found 50. He put so many people on into the game, into the industry, introduced the world to them.
Yeah.
He used his what do you call it? Like his presence, what he knew, he used that for the good of the game, of the hip hop,
right,
of the culture,
right.
He was ill, man. Jam Master Jay was ill. Rest in peace, man.
Rest in peace, man.
Definitely rest in peace, because I know he was very tight with y'all. Y'all really looked up to him heavily.
Definitely, man. We Jay wasn't that much older than us either. When we look back, he was only like 4 or 5 years older than me. You know what I'm saying? He's like big bro. You know what I mean? Like he was coming through. It was like just big bro. It wasn't even like Jam Master Jay. Like at first we was like, oh, like we was starstruck. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, like we was nervous around him. You know what I mean? You call him, nah. You call him, I call him. Like we was scared to call him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But closed mouth don't get fed, man.
True.
I called him. I was like, yo, Jay, what's up? He picked up. He was like, yo, what up? And we built a good relationship with Jay, man. So it was more than just music. It was more like, yo, big brother, putting us up on game, a lot of hip hop game, going out to the clubs, doing certain shit with him. I was with Jay when KRS-One threw PM Dawn off the stage. I was in the club with Jay that night, man. That was amazing, yo. I was like, what just happened? Like, you know what I mean? I'm in the club. We with Jay. We see KRS-One just come in the club, storming the club. PM Dawn dancers. They were so scared. They jumped off the stage. They didn't even have to get thrown off the stage. They jumped off the stage.
What was his thoughts like? Cause y'all were wild too. Y'all was wild dudes.
That was kind of like it was fuel to the fire. Cause we saw that person and we was like, yo, this is hip hop. Like, yo, this is
what it
history. And yeah, man. Shout to KRS-One. He don't like when I talk about that, but you know what I mean? I was there. What you want me to do? I was there and it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it was incredible, man. So yeah, we had a lot of good moments with Jam Master Jay, just little things like that, man. Just just a lot of shit that ain't got nothing to do with making an album.
With music, yeah. It's just outside of music.
Yeah.
It was brotherhood.
Yeah, cool
family.
Shit. Yeah.
That's ill, man.
Fredro, so I was telling you off camera, I got a few pictures of you, legendary pictures of you doing wild shit, doing crazy shit. And I just want to present it to you so we could talk to the fans about it. And this segment right here is called Searching for Fredro Starr.
That day right there, that's the first time we seen Biggie. First time we ever seen him. First time we ever heard of him. I never even heard a mixtape.
So that had to be like 93.
Wow.
That was like 93. Yeah, that was after we came out for sure, because we was already like.
Yeah, because Biggie came out in 94.
That was like early 94, 93 type shit, you know what I mean? And Puffy, that was his name, he was there too. Puffy was in the studio. Jam Master Jay, I guess, knew Puffy somehow. And Jay was like, yo, go to the studio. There's this kid named Biggie. He want to do a record with y'all, and he want to do a record with Naughty by Nature. I'm like, he want to do a record with Onyx and Naughty by Nature? Who was this kid? Who?
Did y'all do a song, though? Cause
yeah, we did a song.
Is it out?
Yeah.
That I know
it's
of.
Called Flip That Shit.
Get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
it's through 100 Mad Records. We own the record.
I got to look for that
We
shit.
own
Yeah,
that
we
record. We muscled it. You know what I'm saying?
That's amazing.
So yeah, we own the Biggie record. My label 100 Mad. We own the Flip That Shit and shit. You know what I mean? That was the first time we saw Biggie though. Nobody never heard him. It turned out to be the biggest rapper in the world. You know what I mean? Like you don't know who's gonna be what when you meet him. Like you see these young niggas coming up. You saw this kid coming up, Biggie, big black dude. You know what I mean? Like you don't know this, and a year later he's gonna be the fucking guy.
The biggest shit out.
Yeah, but when he did his verse, we kind of knew.
He had it.
When he did his verse, we kind of knew. It was like niggas looking at each other like.
You got to check. I want to hear that song now. Because I
pretty.
probably heard it. I just haven't heard it
I'm
in that
looking
long.
at Tresh from Naughty by Nature. I'm sure he looking at me. And he's probably looking at Sticky. Sticky probably looking at me. Everybody in the room. You know, he's in the booth, Biggie in the booth. Everybody looking around like, it's pretty good. This guy's pretty good. It's pretty good there, huh? Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. Nobody was mad. And we walked out. When he walked out the booth, everybody gave him a pound. Yo, that was dope, bro. That was dope. You know, so I'm sure when he walked out the booth and got those daps and those, you know what I'm saying, niggas respecting his work, I'm sure he felt like, yeah, man, you know, I got Onyx, Naughty by Nature. Because Naughty by Nature,
got certified them.
They was the biggest thing ever, too. Like, you know what I mean? Them niggas came before us. Them niggas was 5, 10 platinum already. You know what I'm saying?
Yup. Crazy.
All right. Let's move on to this next legendary picture. I mean, yo, you've been around the illest, the legends, all over, bro.
Illest of the ill.
Talk about this, bro.
Yeah, rest in peace to Prodigy. Damn, that picture's ill. That was shot by a photographer called Elijah. The other picture with Biggie was shot by this dude named Fish. And I remember because he had a tattoo with fish scales on his. And I was like, look, nigga, I said, nigga, you turned it into V. Remember that TV show niggas was like aliens and shit? They was like half aliens, it was called V. They was like, I said, nigga, you V or something? He was like, nah, this is fish scales. But anyway, yeah, Elijah shot that picture with me and Prodigy and Nas. And I was like, yo, where the, because I spoke to Elijah, I was like, yo, where the fuck did we take that picture? So that picture was at Live Niggas video shoot. You know what I'm saying? Let all the live niggas in, kick all the bitch ass niggas out. We came to rock and shock the house, turned it out. That was that video. That was for the soundtrack for a movie called The Show. The Show. Russell Simmons had a movie called The Show. It was like a documentary kind of movie type. You know, it was kind of like documentary hip hop type of movie. And we had the first single called Live Niggas. And Nas came through the video shoot.
Is that the live nigga rap shit?
Live, let all the live niggas in. It's called Live Niggas.
Yeah, we got
Nas came through the video shoot. Tyson Beckford came through the video shoot. Keith Murray came through the video shoot. And in the beginning of the video, I had like this character called Baba. I put a wig on. I was like, yo, what's up, son? Yo, what up? On some funny shit. So, you know,
dope.
it was ill, you know what I mean? Yo, Esco, what's up, man? What's poppin'? You know what I mean? It was an ill character, had the ill buck teeth and shit. But we had a fun time shooting the Live Niggas video. That's where that picture was from.
Okay.
And I ain't even know that because I'm like, yo, where the fuck did me? And then Prodigy was there too. Like we all was in the video.
It's Queens right there.
Yeah.
Heavy Queens.
All right, let's move on to the next one. This one is a classic moment. You doing your acting thing. Talk about that one. I heard even Drake referenced that as well.
Yeah, I got that yellow goose. You know what I mean?
You got a project too that's called Yellow Goose, right?
Yeah, I got a project. Yeah, I produced a project called Yellow Goose with JD Arrow.
Yep.
One of the illest niggas from Canada, Toronto, T-Dot. Same place Drake is from. But yeah, man, we shot Sunset Park. We shot that actually in Sunset Park. But the whole movie was shot in LA. We just came to Sunset Park just to do like the outside shots and shit. Like
kept it authentic.
Kept it all just to do the outside. Like all the inside shit and other that was shot in LA. It was a whole different school.
Word?
Yeah, we just shot the outside stuff out here just to get that New York look.
Was that your second movie after Strap?
Yeah.
That was right after Strap, though, man.
That was the second movie after Strap. Got the yellow goose with the Timbs, you know what I'm saying? Got the hoodie and the soccer jersey over the hoodie. Like, that was wild.
90s shit. That was the style back then.
It's wild, man. Yeah, you know, it's a nice little. I wish I had that coat though. I don't know where that coat at. That coat probably worth a couple of dollars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Word.
Straight up.
And what made you get into acting?
I just got into it. You know what I mean? It's just something like
one
it was
thing
kind
led
of
to
like an accident, yeah, like an accident type of thing. Like
Was it before the music or like before y'all actually?
Nah, it wasn't before the music. Hell no.
Well, before y'all actually like blew up with the first album.
I did Strap before the Back the Fuck Up album came out.
Yeah.
Put it like that.
Okay.
But I was working on the Back the Fuck Up album the same time I was working on Strap at the same time. You know what I mean? So I came in the game doing both at the same time. Like I would go from the movie set to the studio. We'd be in Chun King, right? Bo King Woodbine, my co-star, he was coming to the studio with me. You know,
he was dedicated because you was doing you were on set, and from the set you was going at night, going to the studio, working on music. That's dedication, and you was at your age you already had that work mentality.
The first go around, you know what I'm saying? Studying my lines. I caught on quick. Like I said, I never went to acting classes, but I caught on quick. Oh, you gotta study your lines. You gotta remember your lines. This is a movie. I think everybody knows the process of how a movie is made. Now that you're in a position to do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Study your lines. So when it says action, you spitting that shit. Yo, so what you gonna do? Work for them crackers your whole life pushing that bike, motherfucker. Like, that's I had to learn that shit.
Yeah.
And I look back at it like, wow, this motherfucker. I look back at the film and I'm like, the boy was working. You know what I mean? It was work. Nothing came easy. It might look easy because I make it look easy.
It ain't easy.
But it ain't easy. You gotta put that work in, man. So yeah, Sunset Park was one of them classic joints, man.
Next up, this one is crazy. Talk about that one, man.
Tupac Shakur. Got the death row chain, crazy with the pinstripe.
Hell yeah, niggas been around.
Damn, that he got the pinstripe. I remember I bought that suede jacket. I had the movie premiere. I was like, yo, what I'm gonna wear to the premiere? I don't know what made me wear brown suede blazer with a white shirt. I don't know what made me wear that, man. I'm like, yo, who would wear that? Like, I don't know.
Bro, what color shoes you had on?
I probably had some brown shoes.
Same color, right?
Yeah, I probably had some suede shoes. I would like to see the whole outfit. I know there's more pictures from that night that we took because, nobody just takes one picture. Mm-hmm. I would like to see more pictures. That was from the Sunset Park premiere.
Oh, shit.
The movie Sunset Park, what we just talked about. That was the premiere. He had a song on the soundtrack, so.
That's why he was there.
That's why he was there. The whole Death Row, Outlaws, all them niggas came to the movie premiere. You know what I'm saying? I saw Pac, what up? Yo, Tupac, Fredro, take a picture. We come together, we take a picture. And we watched the movie after that. That was after. I think that was actually after the movie, cause them niggas came late. I think them niggas missed the whole red carpet. Them niggas came late, so that was after the movie. That was after the movie. So that's after the niggas see me on the screen doing my thing.
That's dope.
So he probably was like, you know what I mean?
And y'all met, ran into each other times after that, right?
After that, yeah, but not really before. Not really before that. We really didn't run into each other.
Mm-hmm.
Probably that might have been the first time I actually met the nigga. Maybe.
Yeah.
I think I met the nigga one time, at one of them, Shaq the Rapper, one of them, type of events before. But I think that was the first time. It was like, yo, what up, nigga? You smoke? Yeah, let's go smoke something. Type shit. We went to go smoke in the parking lot after that shit. Rolled up, smoked in the parking lot after that. Then your man Shug and shit, he was with us. Suge Knight, he was straight up.
Y'all two played good, I guess what you want, like the evil, the evil person in the movie, the villain. Yeah. Y'all had it in you.
Street niggas. Yeah, we got the same.
I've been
we
around.
From the same. We from the same. Well, we born the same year, so we from the same era is what I'm gonna say. You know what I mean? From the same era.
All right.
I've been around legends, man. Legends with legends.
Last but not least, let's talk about this right here.
Back the fuck up, story of Onyx.
What inspired you to write that book? At this time.
I mean, when it was the COVID shit, you had to just do whatever you had to do at the time. That's when I started writing that book because there was nowhere to go. We wasn't touring. And I was like, let me just start writing a book. Well, actually, I said, let me write a script. I didn't even think about writing a book. I said, let me write the Onyx movie.
Oh, shit.
So I started writing the movie. And we wrote the movie. And then I was like, the movie was dope, 150 pages, dope. And I was like, I think it needs more details because I read the script and it just didn't have enough details to me. I was like, let me write the book so people could really, 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 really get the details. So then I said, let me just take the script, what I had, and just revamped everything. But I used the script. The script was kind of like the blueprint, but I just started adding way more stuff to it, and then it became a book.
You got more in depth with the stories.
Yeah, more in depth with the story, just more details of just, more, like just more. Because a lot of shit was going on around us at the time. Living in Queens, 86, 87, the crack era, 89, all this shit. We were living through all this shit. All this shit is in the book. Yeah. Started out in Brooklyn, all that shit.
You talking about the 80s, 90s, Jamaica?
Wow. The 80s
Southside Jamaica was wild.
We talking about the 80s Brooklyn in there too, almost getting robbed at Albee Square Mall for my red felines, man. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Definitely want to read that shit.
Word up. The real 50 Cent tried to rob me for my red felines.
Oh, word?
Yes. I can't make this shit up, bro.
Wow.
The nigga tried to rob me for my... I'll never forget that nigga face.
Yeah.
He was a dark-skinned nigga. He was short. I was short. He was like my size. And he was a dark-skinned nigga. And he was like, yo, I want your red felines and all of that.
Straight up. Like that.
Boom. So we got it on. Niggas punched me in my face, knocked me on the floor, black eye. But I left for my red felines. Niggas ain't take my shit, you heard?
That's wild.
So I read years later that 50 Cent, the original, used to rob niggas at Albee Square Mall.
Oh, shit.
In 86. In 87. I said,
yeah.
I was one of the motherfuckers. I was almost a victim.
I said this cannot be happening. But yeah. This is a true story.
Crazy shit, but
I was a little kid at the time. Actually, it was my birthday too. It's probably like my 16th birthday. My mom's let me, go downtown with the mall. I was looking for some British Knights. I wanted some British Knights, the shoes, the BKs. That's what I was shopping for. But I already had the red felines from Queens. So I'm a little young nigga, 16, shopping, a couple of dollars in my pocket, man. Nigga try to rob me, man.
That's wild. That's wild. So y'all, you want to close it out?
Yeah, we're gonna close it out. We got copies of the book. Y'all need to get your copies of the book.
Word up.
Where's the best place they could get the book at?
I think the best place to get the book, because you could get it signed, autographed. You could get a T-shirt, hoodie with it. Go on onyxhq.com. Get the book. But if you got Amazon, you got the Kindle, the fucking the voice.
There's an audio version.
I did the audio version too. That shit's fire. So all that shit is available.
That's good for the car ride right there.
Yeah.
Go check it out, y'all. And that was searching for Fredro Starr, man. We found him all over.
We came through. You
Legendary shit.
Legendary, bro.
That's ill, man.
So that's it?
Nah. That was just that segment right there.
That's one segment,
Okay,
bro.
yeah,
We getting it done. We ain't even touched the music yet.
That was a short podcast.
I do have a question though. The name, and I think I heard this somewhere. The name Onyx, is that a family name? That's not a family name. So how y'all came up with that name?
De La Soul came out with Potholes in My Lawn. They was. It's weird, the right word to say. They were weird, right? We was weird too.
In your own way.
In our own way. Like, we looked up the De La Soul and a lot. Like, Potholes in My Lawn kind of changed the whole, it changed hip-hop.
I'm like,
yeah.
Potholes in My Lawn changed hip-hop. That one record, Potholes in My Lawn.
It had a
3 feet
crazy.
high and rising. Classic.
It was different.
The skits on the album, the whole thing. So we came up with this Onyx thing, me and Big DS, Onyx Bionicle. So it was Onyx Bionicle. It was weird.
Yeah, I had a long ass.
It was long. Onyx Bionicle. Then we turned it to Onyx by Onyx. Because Steve Austin Bionics, so it was Onyx, BYONYX. It was Onyx Bionics, but it sound like Bionics.
Yeah, yeah.
Then
Play on words.
So we was,
I get it.
We was, weird. We was kind of like into the house music a little bit. We was going to house clubs because my man Jamal from the barbershop, he was into this whole Afrocentric shit, and we had a barbershop called New Tribe. So he would take me to the house, like the deep house, like the garage.
Yeah.
I was a little nigga in the garage. Larry Levan, Camacho, these niggas, these DJ niggas is playing that house music all night long. That real shit. Rock your body. Rock your body.
I call that shit jungle music, because that shit be making me
Cut the
wild.
rug.
I'm in the club. I start sweating when I hear that
But
shit.
see, I'm talking about real deep house music, not like that bullshit. I'm talking about deep house music. These niggas is dancing, doing handstands, and these niggas is being real artistic with the dancing. They're very artistic. Fucking everybody got dreads. It smells like beeswax in that motherfucker. I was involved in that shit, even though I was a hip hop nigga. My man Jamal was taking me with them because we worked in the barbershop. And he was like my older, like an OG. Mm-hmm. So that's how I got into that world. And that world kind of made us different. We was just, now we hip hop, but now we house hip hop too. So when Jungle Brothers, you know, them niggas had some shit called house music. They niggas, they came with the house shit too. The Jungle
Girl
Brothers.
on house shoes.
Yeah, yo, that shit. What? Yo, Break for Love. New York was house at one point.
Yeah.
It was hip hop, but it was house.
Heavy house.
And it was heavy. We was involved in that shit. We was in the clubs because my nigga Jamal was taking me to that shit. So the whole Onyx, Bionics, we was into that whole shit. And then we just cut it. Hip hop was changing. So we started changing as far as attitude and rhyme. NWA talking about fuck the police, fight the power now. Oh shit.
Your sound.
Hold up. Fight the power. Wait a minute. Fight the power. Fuck the police. Wait a minute. Though now we looking at hip hop different.
Yeah.
Now Onyx. Now it's just Onyx. Cut the hair, bald head. Fuck that. Back the fuck up. Timberlands.
Attack of the Ball Heads.
Ew, man.
So I remember the question I had for you. So Onyx was sampled by Travis Scott and by Biggie. Do you know if there's any other artists who sampled Onyx?
Travis Scott sampled Biggie. Biggie sampled Onyx.
Okay,
that's what it was.
That was the order.
He sampled "Give Me the Loot" from Biggie, right?
Yes, sir.
And he said some shit in his song "Astro World." Give me the loot.
Is that the Yours Is Mine? That's the sample. Yours is mine. Yours is mine.
Yours at the end. He sampled Yours Is Mine. Exactly. And we, luckily, Jam Master Jay took care of that little business. You know what I'm saying? You know, usually we don't give a fuck. Sample our shit. We don't care. But he took care of the business. You know what I mean? Universal Publishing and all of that.
Like we was talking about this, right? Somebody gonna eat off it, so it's better y'all eat off of it.
So I mean, a lot. This kid, Little Tekka, he sampled Onyx. He sampled Slam, and who else sampled Onyx? Actually sampled us, and we had to clear the record. Like the Little Tekka record, I cleared it. It was cool. I heard it. They played it for me. I cleared it, and that record is out of here. That shit is in commercials. That record is doing big numbers. You know what I'm saying? So. Who else sampled Onyx?
Because y'all influenced a lot of people in the game.
Swiss Beats sampled Onyx with the Scarlet record with Benny the Butcher. They took this. Take him out.
The Back the Fuck Up.
Yeah, they sampled that shit.
She did that. Yeah, she did that.
No. She did her record Back the Fuck Up, but that's not what I'm talking about. She did a record produced by Swiss Beats.
Okay.
And they sampled the Throw Your Guns. Take him out as the chorus.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
The Benny Butcher, this shit record is crazy. One of my favorite joints. I'm gonna start doing that shit at the show too. But that beat is crazy, and they ripped that shit. Both of them. Benny ripped it, Scarlett ripped it. We should have been on the remix for that. But who else sampled Onyx? Oh,
it's never too late.
We worked with ASAP Mob. We did the actually, it was the same sample, but I went in the studio and did it with A$AP Mob. The time to get live like a white. Yeah, A$AP Mob and them niggas. Shout to A$AP and them niggas. You know what I mean?
Salute. Dope collective right there. A$AP group.
That's pretty much it. I don't really think too much. I heard this other niggas, they sampled that shit, and they was like some hardcore. They had to take him out, bring him out. The same shit. They was like, but this shit was hard though. Them niggas was hard body, and them niggas ain't clear that record. They ain't get no sample clearance.
They just said fuck it.
I guarantee you, this shit online. There's always shit online that people that just ain't make it. Where you heard of it yet.
So we've been doing our research, for a minute about you, and I've heard that you've been in the studio with DMX, with Big Pun, and who was there was one more I wanted to talk about?
DMX, Big Pun,
and Eminem.
Eminem, yes.
Can you give us a little insight on how that plays out?
In the lab with Fredro Starr.
I swear to God, one of the illest nights of my life.
In the lab with Fredro Starr.
Well, the last time I was in the studio with Eminem, I had some mushrooms.
Shit.
I swear to God, bro, one of the illest nights of my life, man. That shit was crazy.
That was your first time doing it?
It wasn't my first time, but it was not my worst time. You know what I'm saying?
Worst and worst.
It was over the top. This shit was strong. I probably took more than I should have. This nigga Eminem, I swear to God, he had a bag full of mushrooms, and he was like, "Yo, you guys want some?" He took it. The shit got turned up. That shit was turned up. I ain't gonna lie, son. And it's those are the moments in hip hop that you look back and say, "Yo, man." You see these guys are like the biggest superstars in the world. Like you see them rocking, and it's like, and people look at you the same way.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at these guys. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we just all just
chilling, regular folks.
We all just people, man. We all just regular having a good time. We're talented. That's all. We just have talent, and we're just better than other rappers. You know what I'm saying?
That's why y'all in the position y'all was in.
Right, and keep it real. Niggas is just better than other rappers, and it just shows. And the work we put in gives you that reason to stand up and be proud of what you are. And people look at you, they say, "Oh, you're a legend." I'm a legend because I survived 30 years in this shit. And I came in the game with legends. Like Eminem came in with Dr. Dre. I came in with Jam Master Jay. So we automatically gonna be legends if we work hard and steady our craft and keep doing what we doing and be artists.
And still going strong.
Yo, like all artists paint right now. What artist that was painting that's not painting no more? Especially if you're making money and you changing lives, and it's your gift. Your gift is to give to others. Don't have a gift and be stingy with it.
Have you ever took like a break during doing music? Like at any point in your career?
Oh, yeah. It's 20 years, nigga.
A 20-year break?
Well, I mean,
I ain't no 20 years. I look at his catalog. You
I
ain't
mean,
got no 20-year break.
I mean, we stayed in the studio. We tried to do our thing, but for a minute, hip hop wasn't really hearing what we was trying to even. It was hip hop. That boom bap was obsolete on a big scale.
It's coming back though.
We used to go to the city, go get your pizza, go to Def Jam office, go to Universal. All artists was doing that. It was a bunch. You see everybody, yo, what up? You see mad niggas up in the corporate offices. Yo, you see these niggas. In 2001, 2002, there wasn't no niggas going up in these corporate offices. Ain't nobody had record deals. Nobody, New York, if you was from Atlanta, maybe you might have some action, but no niggas had record deals in New York. So why go in the studio and, do what you got? It was falling on deaf ears. Good thing people like Koch Records. We did some good business with Koch Records and people like that. And then we learned just how to be independent. And then hip hop started changing, and now we independent, and now real rap is back.
It is back.
We right here.
It's back.
New album, Lower East Side, produced by Lord Nas. We ain't going nowhere. Black skinheads, like we really crazy. Like we feel like we the illest. I always feel like I'm the illest. I'm nobody iller than me. I don't give a fuck. They be like, yo, who top 10 rapper this, that? Like, I be saying other niggas' names, but some real shit. Niggas can't fuck with me. I'm the illest rapper. To me, who's better than me?
Get him.
Who? Like, tell me. Like, really look back what I do. Look and be like, before you say, this nigga, look what the fuck I do, my nigga. Listen to my soul album that I produce myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I even produce my own beats. Like, I'm real with this rap shit. I don't just wait for a nigga to produce my shit. I don't know how to do Pro Tools. But, you know.
You don't know how to engineer it.
Nah,
right?
That's not me.
Yeah,
but as far as like creating the beats and shit, I could produce my own album, rap on it, and you know, I produced one of the illest beats in hip hop, Last Days.
Yeah,
and I hear niggas rapping on my shit all the time. Salute to all the niggas rapping on my shit. That gives me inspiration to keep making beats and keep doing this shit. Cause this shit keep going on. It's the gift that keeps on giving, that Last Days beat. My nigga just, Ricky Bash just sent me the other day. Niggas had a rap battle. Them niggas was rapping on Last Days. Nigga, I made that shit in a fucking little room in Jersey, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? On the SB 1200. And Rich Keller forgot to put the hi-hat in the mix.
Meanwhile,
yeah, Rich Keller. One of the,
you know,
that's one of the stories. Like when I heard the mix, because Rich Keller, one of the illest mixing engineers, he mixes for Swizz Beatz and all that. That's like my uncle. Still getting the bag with Rich. Love Rich. When I made the beat, it had a little more of a hi hat. So when you hear the original mix, the hi hat is very low. So we had stepped out, and Rich Keller mixed it. He had already did the TV track, the instrumental, acapella. He already ran the whole shit. And back in the days, it was like you had to do that shit on tape.
Yeah, it was like
it wasn't like an easy fix. So, but when I heard it, I was like, "Yo, where the hi hat?" He was like, "It's in there." I was like, "Bro, like where is it? Like, it's in there, but where is it?" But when you hear the beat now, it all makes sense. Rich took the hi hat because the hi hat makes it more stiff. Cause so he made it low. That shit is swinging now. That's why everybody want to rap to it because it don't got the hi hat.
The bass.
If it had that hi hat, it might not have been that hit. You know what I'm saying? It might have been like too much of that shit.
The bass is what carries that.
The bass and the drums.
Yeah.
The drums is when you do drums without a hi hat, it swings different. You know what I mean? It's more natural.
Yeah.
It don't sound like a beat, like nigga. Like a nigga making a beat from a beat machine. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't sound like it sounds natural. So he brought the natural flow to it. That's why so many niggas rap on it. What's that girl named Tierra Whack? She killed that shit. She killed it. I heard Charlie Clips kill that shit on the freestyle.
In the movie 8 Mile, they had that one.
8 Mile, Eminem rock. They rocked on that last joint. They like
it's epic.
Google Last Days freestyle and see how many joints pop up.
It's crazy. You was actually on a show, one of the dudes that we know, Demi D, a podcast.
Yeah.
And he's like, his name is he calls himself Mr. Everywhere, You Never There. And it's like, like it's funny he says it. It was like you really everywhere.
I just listen. I'm everywhere. Nigga ask me where I live. I'll be like, I don't even know where I live, nigga. I'm like homeless. You know, but I'm everywhere, man. But I tell you this, I go everywhere where they show you love.
Yeah, of course.
That's the jewel. Go where they show you love. Rest in peace to my nigga Tata. I always gotta say that. He always told me, yo, go where they show you love, nigga. Word up, man. They got love over there. Go over there, nigga. And that's what I always go by. Go where they show you love, man. And that's why I'm everywhere, because they show us love everywhere. Of course, you're gonna get hate. That comes with decisions you make. You might want to do a show in a certain country, and it might not be the right time. You know what I'm saying? So, it's, you know, then it's your decision to not do it or do it. But, you know, with music, there's nothing political with us. Like, everything we do is just for the love of the music. That's why we go there. So we don't like to get caught up in nothing political.
You said something ill too one time.
Music is not supposed to be political.
You said something along those lines too.
It is, but not with me. I don't do that. I don't do the religion, and I don't do politics.
Yeah, and that's one thing we stay away from.
We stay away from that because everybody is entitled to their own, and you know I don't do none of that shit.
It could get ugly quick.
You could lose family members.
Yep.
Straight out word. I'm talking to that motherfucker no more. He voted for who?
Oh, forget about it.
Shit be that real.
Some people be
years. I mean, your blood
extent.
family, and just because you voted for somebody, they don't fuck with you.
Yep.
I mean, really?
Oh, we went through that.
I don't. Everybody did.
I thought we were cool.
I know, right?
All right, before I forget, my brother, yo, being in this, I heard you was in the lab with DMX as well.
Yeah.
How was that? I know he's a wild.
I was on point. You know what I mean? Like DMX is like him and Sticky is like two of the same kind. Them niggas is, if them niggas was straight dogs, them niggas be running together. Them niggas be running in the street together. Yo, them two straight dog niggas. But
everybody could be walking and all of a sudden You go left.
He's a good dude though.
No, I know, of course.
Like, he's funny. He's kind. He's vulnerable. He's a regular person. But when he get on that mic, oh my God, that nigga is he's just the worst nigga ever. That nigga will send chills down your spine, nigga. When we did that studio session, them niggas was deep. Mm-hmm. Them Rough Rider niggas rolled deep. Them niggas was deeper than us, and it was our studio session. I'm like, I swear to God, them niggas was deep. Motorcycles outside, dogs running around. Them niggas took over the whole studio. I had my official Nash niggas around, but them niggas was deep. And it was all love.
I think that was the first.
We was in the studio with DMX, man. It was so much love in the studio. Niggas was drinking Hennessy and just chilling, man. You know.
But I think that was like the first major track that he was on, right? DMX. Like major. That was before Get At Me, Dog.
Yeah, that was before Get At Me, Dog. Yeah.
I think that was
he
like
probably had Get At Me, Dog in the cut already. I don't know. But we didn't hear it yet. I mean, you know. But we was on the same label, Def Jam.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And my man Self-Service did the beat. So when I got the beat, I sent it to Def Jam. Was like, y'all niggas got it. Because we was doing, shout to Irv Gotti too. Rest in peace to Irv Gotti. Because people don't know, Irv Gotti was the A&R on the Shut 'Em Down album.
Oh, shit.
And I knew Irv Gotti through my man Dodo from the Hood Rats. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The Hood Rats was from Queens, another rap group. And I met DJ Irv through Dodo. One time I went to Dodo crib. He was just sitting in the room. It's my man DJ Irv. What up? Boom, boom. Red BMW outside. You know, I was already rocking. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas was just on the come up. So when Irv got the job at Def Jam, he was our and his first job was Onyx to ain't on Onyx album. That was his first job.
That's ill.
People don't know that.
Wow.
And Sticky was like, "Who the fuck is this nigga? Gonna tell us how to make music, nigga? We already platinum." I was like, "Yo, Stick, let's hear the nigga out, man." You know what I'm saying? And a lot of those freestyles, all those Tony Touch freestyles, and particularly the freestyle off, I think it was Wild for the Night. And we did the freestyle. He was like, "Yo, that shit ain't hot enough." He was like, "Yeah, that's what Irv Gotti told us." We was like, "What?" Niggas went in on that shit. See You in Hell, all that shit, X1 and all that. Yo, we went in on them freestyles because this nigga was, you know, putting the battery in our back like it wasn't hot. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, shout to Irv Gotti because he was part of the DMX shit. So that's how it all in line. You know what I'm saying? Because he was rocking with DMX. And we was on Def Jam, so we all put it together. It just made sense. The nigga sound like he could be a part of our family member. Like he could be the fourth member.
It's crazy the flow that X had and Sticky Finger.
Yeah.
On that song. Like, you can hear it like, yo, they kind of align because you know they talking that.
It was
they both had that like.
Yo, that verse. We heard that verse X did. I was like this. Wow. I was like, play that shit back. I was like, play that shit back. I'm listening to some. I bet you this motherfucking double barrel to blast his face. I was like, what? I bet you this motherfucking double barrel to blast his face. What? That's the ill intro, man. Like, come on, man. That's just hard. That nigga. And then Sticky goes in the booth. Everybody wait for Sticky because Sticky gonna go last. You know what I mean? It was no DMX was like, I go first, whatever. You know. Shit. You know. So Sticky, you know, DMX do his shit. Everybody like, oh shit, that shit hot. Sticky like this. He in the corner waiting. He quiet like he ain't saying nothing. He go in that booth. Niggas is like, holy shit. Nigga, he turned that shit up. Nigga said that niggas was like, yo, this is crazy. Everybody walked out of that studio session with feeling good about hip hop that night. It was a good night. It was great. Everybody was drunk, high. It was good. Like it felt like we was in Rikers Island. I never been there, but you know, I can imagine. That's what this shit felt like. But like we was in the studio, it just thugged out niggas. You know, I got gangster niggas over there, It was a gangster party, nigga.
Yeah,
I'm sure y'all elevated each other too, like Steel Sharpen Steel.
Yeah.
So it's like,
and then we did the video in L.A. This nigga pulls up to the video with not one person. Dolo, just him and the dog. That's when I was like, yo, this nigga's different. Not one person.
Uh-huh.
Drove. It was a fast car, like some old, one of them American Muscle type cars. Nigga Joe came. What up? What's up? What up? Where the weed? Where the Henny? Chill with us for the whole day, like it was like our brother, man. Didn't no extra niggas to hold him down. That's a real nigga right there.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
niggas don't move like that. Niggas. He's one of a kind. You know what I mean? We cut from the same cloth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know you're good anywhere. It's all about how you conduct yourself.
Yeah, but a nigga gotta know when to and it's nigga gotta know when to pump the brakes.
Yeah.
Because we got so much life to live, man. It's so much more to do, and life just be going by so fast. I mean, I don't even know what 30 years went. A lot of my 30 years went into. It wasn't, positive. You know what I mean? As far as drugs and shit like that, and you look back, because you experience those things and you overcome those things. You can kind of relate to somebody that's not overcoming those things because it's hard. You know what I'm saying?
Life is
I
hard.
just knew that I was not gonna be the nigga on the corner begging for money. No matter, you know what I mean? And that's what made me say I can't fuck with this shit no more. I can't do this no more. I gotta straighten up, get right, and get my life together. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody's perfect. Everybody go do their thing. You know what I'm saying? But on some real shit, we just gotta. It's hard though, because it's life is just coming so fast. You know what I'm saying? You don't even realize it, and before you know it, niggas just talking about RIP on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? So.
And speaking of RIP, unfortunately, we got one more person I wanted to ask you about being in the studio with, which is Big Pun, the legend. Talk a little bit about that. How was that, man? Because on the mic, he was a beast as well.
Big Pun don't get enough. He don't get enough recognition to me, as far as when they say who the best lyricist. Christopher Rios was. That man is. He's different. Cannabis. These dudes is, these guys are on another level. Like we gotta really look like and like really like study hip hop and we really like lyrics. You talking that shit? Yo, Big Pun was ill. Nigga came to the studio. Nigga looking like, what's that nigga from the comic book character? Like
Juggernaut?
Kingpin.
Oh, Kingpin.
Yeah, nigga came in through looking like Kingpin, like this. Oh shit, what up, Pun? We seen Pun at the Puerto Rican Day Parade. We see Pun in the clubs. Pun was outside. We was in Babalu's. We was, like I said, nigga, I've been in all the clubs, nigga, from here to there, nigga, every year. Niggas know what it is. Envy, whatever, Tunnel, whatever. I was always outside, always. I'm a New York nigga, to the T. Whether you like me or not, I was there. I wasn't at those puffy parties, but I was there. I swear to God,
Good thing
I wasn't there. Actually, they ain't want me there, and I felt like, damn, why they don't want me to be in them parties?
They know you wasn't with none of that
I thought I
shit.
was too. Well, am I too ghetto, or I'm not good enough to get in them shits? That shit, I'm glad I didn't.
They know you wasn't one for any of that shit.
But,
That's why.
Yeah, Big Pun, man. He got in that studio, he got in the booth, and he just ripped it. It's just amazing to see that nigga do that shit in the studio. It was the same studio we did the joint with DMX. We was using that same studio. And that night, Noriega was there that night.
Oh, shit.
And Superb was there that night from Wu-Tang. Rest in peace to Perb. My little nigga Perb was there. He was rolling with Nori that night. And Perb was battling my nigga BACDAFUCUP, the first nigga on the record React. Killing in the club. The first nigga, real thug shit, unplugged, ladies lust. That nigga, he was battling Perp all night, and them niggas like they want to fight in the studio.
It got personal.
It got nasty. It was nasty in there, son.
Oh, shit.
You know what I mean? But it was a good night of hip hop, man. Big Pun was there, Fat Joe, Perp, Nori, Onyx crew. We just did it, man. We did the remix. Self came through with the remix beat, which was kind of like the original, but he flipped it. And just Sticky Verse was spectacular. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if Puffy do your remix. Like, that nigga was saying some shit, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man. Big Pun is one of them dudes, man.
Yeah,
Rest
man.
in peace, man. To an ill lyricist, Big Pun. And that right there was In the Lab with Fredro Starr.
Please, all that. In the lab with Fredro Starr.
I swear to God, one of the illest nights of my life.
In the lab with Fredro Starr.
What up? So, you got anything for our boy over here?
I think you know some ill stories were told.
Yeah.
I think you know we should save some for next week.
True indeed.
We doing part 2?
True indeed.
I think we gotta do part 2. I think we should just do hip hop, and then part 2 we just talk all about the movies. Yeah.
Also the
Because
movies.
it's hip hop too.
Yeah.
So, yo, we'll be back next week with Fredro Starr, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey yo, high impact, bullets coming high velocity, criminal minded, yes, that's my philosophy. I'ma make a profit off the flip, that's my prophecy. I could tell a future, watch out, just let the prophet see. The Cartiers is rimless, just reminiscing, the party years was endless. We made a bet when we started here, we finished. Shoulda never let me in, what they started here is a minute.